Okay, so imagine the computer you're watching this on right now. What do you see? Maybe you see a sleek aluminum monolith with glowing blue lights, or a bulky desktop PC with wires spilling out the back. You might see a grainy black and white monitor displaying the message "Insert coin games," but whatever you see, you're looking at hardware. The physical, tangible parts of a computer system are the hardware. The stuff you can touch, the stuff that has mass, weight, volume. This includes your CPU, your central processing unit, the brain of the operation, the RAM, your random access memory, the short-term memory of the computer, the SSD, your solid-state drive, the secure shell drive, the hard drive, the external drive, the internal drive, the monitor, the keyboard, the mouse. All of these things are hardware. They have a physical presence in the computer system. But there's another part to every computer system. Something that doesn't have a physical presence. Something that's not tangible. Something you can't touch. And this thing is the software. Every computer needs software. It's the software that allows you to interact with the hardware. Without software, the hardware is useless. It's just a bunch of inert components. The software is what makes the hardware come alive. There are two primary types of software. There's the system software and the application software. System software manages the hardware and provides a platform for application software. It's the bridge between the hardware and the user. The most common type of system software is an operating system like Windows or Mac OS. Other types of system software include device drivers and firmware. Application software, on the other hand, is what you interact with directly. These are the programs and apps that make your computer useful to you. These are things like your web browser, or your game, or your word processor. So remember, hardware is the body, and software is the brain. The hardware is the physical parts of the computer system, and the software is the instructions and programs that tell the hardware what to do. They work together to make the computer function. And without either one, the other one would be useless. So next time you use your computer, take a moment to appreciate the amazing collaboration between hardware and software that makes it all possible. What's the difference between hardware and software? I like to think of the computer as a body and the software as the brain. The brain doesn't work without the body, and the body doesn't work without the brain. They work together to make the whole thing work. So let's start with hardware. The hardware is everything physical and tangible. It's the parts you can actually touch. The hardware is the body of the computer. So this includes things like the CPU, the central processing unit, the brain of the computer. It's the thing that processes all the information and runs all the programs. Then we have RAM, random access memory, which is like the short-term memory of the computer. It's used to store information that the CPU needs to access quickly. And then we have the SSD, secure shell drive, and the hard drive, which is the long-term memory of the computer. It's used to store files and programs that do not need to be accessed as quickly as RAM, but they still need to be stored on the computer. So these are all pieces of hardware. Then we have things like the monitor, the keyboard, and the mouse, which are all input and output devices. They allow the user to interact with the computer. So the monitor is an output device because it displays information for the user. The keyboard and the mouse are input devices because the user inputs information through them. So all these things are hardware. Now let's talk about software. So the software is the instructions and programs that tell the hardware what to do. It's the brain of the computer. So this includes things like the operating system, which is like the main program that runs the computer. It manages all the hardware resources and allows the other software to run on the computer. So this could be Windows or Linux, and there are many different types of Linux. It could be Ubuntu, Fedora, there's many different ones. Or it could be Mac OS, and then we have applications, which are programs that perform specific tasks. So this could be a web browser like Chrome or Firefox, or it could be a game or a word processor or a spreadsheet. All these things are software. And again, remember that the software relies on the hardware to run. So the brain relies on the body to function. Without the body, the brain can't do anything. And without the brain, the body can't do anything either. They work together to make the whole thing work. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.